Okay, same style video as last time. It's going to be more of a just going through it, rant style, like informal. In the future, I'm going to have some more formal style videos, normal, what y'all are probably used to in this kind of market, or not market, but like a niche of videos. So we're going to start off just kind of like showing how the past month has been, basically with from the last video I made. So this past month, from June to July 18th, it is currently July 18th, there has been 8.63% return just off of ETFs, and not including dividend. Maybe it is including dividend payment. So really good performance, really good makeup, not including a few other sources of income that I'll go through. But just crazy. So I'm going to break down as best I can what happened, what worked out, and what didn't. Just kind of document it. So try and recreate it in the future, I guess. So we'll start here, just going through it. I generally don't keep a ton of total gain or loss in my account. If I have a good winner, that's 10 to 40%, or I guess anything more than 10%. Generally, I'm going to sell it unless it's a really volatile stock or something that I know is just going to keep on increasing. Let's say Nvidia, let's say any kind of index, like, or not any kind of index, but like your main S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, those kind of indexes. Definitely the biggest couple stocks, and I'll go to the watch list to kind of show, because that has all the stocks that I've been trading. So I'll go that and kind of go through what's been good, what my best winners have been. I was doing Tesla for a little bit. Tesla is completely overvalued right now, but it's just one of those weird ones that will, it's more than just the car company that it is. It's more of a movement, represents more than what it is, and just generally does not, it's just very resistant to decreases. Like, even with all the Elon Musk news and all that kind of stuff, him falling out with Trump, it just generally has stayed up high. NRG, it's a good one. I believe I have some holdings in that. Let's see. I don't really do it on the computer, so it'll be a little bit different, which is fine. Yeah, I do have some holdings in it, about 700. But yep, I mean, it's up 3%, 20 bucks. Just easy money. SMCI, Super Microchip, is one that I've been getting into because they had a huge crash recently. I believe they were down about 50% from their all-time high or year-long high. And they are just kind of in the market that, like the microchips and all that kind of stuff, that will be around for a while in the future. So that's a good one. Well, I mean, short term. I mean, I generally don't bet against the equity summaries or like equity summary scores and like what the analysts and the pros are saying, because they do a lot more research, have a lot more time and resources than me. But I do think it's down more than what it should be. Keep going. Lockheed holding, Nvidia holding. FANG is another one that's down a ton with all the Israel-Iran stuff. It's just really far down right now relative to what it has been within the past 2 to 4 years. It's down a ton, but if you actually look at the 5-year, it was down about $20 to about $20 a share, which is very volatile for such a big company. So a lot of opportunity in the past to make money off of that. NPSCY, explain that one. I was betting off of the news of them getting bought or buying the U.S. steel company. That one actually did not work out. I just about broke even with them. So, I mean, it's fine. Worked out fine. But that was one of the bets that did not close or did not meet what I thought it was going to do. Meta is a good one to hold. They'll be here in the future. CrowdStrike, another one. They are a cyber defense company. Talk about all these. Okay, and here we're getting into like the ones that have been trading and have actually created a lot of profit recently. It's going to be CCJ, CEG, SMR, and OKLO. Those are all the ones that have been trading a ton. They're up a ton. Obviously, with all the nuclear stuff Trump has been passing and just the general trend of energy needing something cleaner and more acceptance into nuclear, those are trading up a ton. And I think that will be really big in the future, something like NVIDIA, where it just is a new market and something that you get in on the ground floor, and it could have crazy potential. Talked about a lot of these already, so I'm not going to talk about them too much. JP Morgan is one I've been holding there, and obviously MasterCard. Banks are just really solid investments because not only is it a bank, they manage money for what they do, like their job. They actually have access to all the information of what consumers are spending their money on, how much they're spending. So they're actually the first people to get that information of where money's going and be able to position themselves off of that. So it's like a solid investment, pretty much all the time, unless something crazy happens. But yeah, the biggest 3 or 4 have been the nuclear stocks, and it's just been buying the dips and selling on the highs because it's been so volatile within the past month or so that you've got days where it's going up 7.3%, and next one 2.7. Let's see what else we got. CCJ 1.36. I mean, these are all just incredibly volatile right now because they're such a low price for what they could be, that you've got these big movements and you are able to, it goes up 10% one day, it goes down 10% another day, and you're able to just time it to where you're just constantly making these 10% increases on what you're buying. And I believe at one point, or not I believe, I know at one point I was buying $700 of the SMR and OKLO, and just selling it off of the 10%, making $70 a day off of that both. But yeah, that's kind of the main, those have been my main winners, and then I do have some good news in other areas that I'll go through, but that's what it's been. Dividends went down some, which is fine. My dividend portfolio, which is fine because we're still in the profit, and that the point of that account isn't to sell the stock, isn't to sell stock, it's to hold and make dividends. So I'm not really worried as long as we're in the green. I'm not really worried about what is happening with it as far as that area is. I'm just want my dividends off of it. So that works. One, I bought Verizon, added that one to it, and the rest have just been kind of adding in money to the rest of these. Yeah, but I'm trying to think. There's nothing really crazy. It's just been a lot of short-term investments on volatile stocks and selling overvalued stocks. So I know I will go to the activities and orders. We can kind of go through this and see what I've been buying and selling. Snap. I want to just clarify some of this. Like Snap, Chipotle, and Home Depot were kind of like more impulse buys. And it broke even basically all of it, so it didn't matter. But I basically bought and sold it within the same week. So I mean, just they were bad investments, and just one of those impulse things that you go back on. You just a feeling kind of thing. Uber's gonna be around forever, or as far as, I mean, they dominate that market. So I mean, just a good one to have. Yeah, I'm trying to think, see if there's anything. There's nothing that sticks out for me, but it's all kind of just what I talked about of in the previous things. I did sell my index with the S&P 500 because it got up to 6% or something crazy like that, and I was like, well, I'll take 6% right now, and I'll just wait for it to dip down or buy it if it keeps going up. I'm not really worried about missing out on the 1%. I'd rather have a little bit of liquidity right now. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. IONQ. I want to see where it's at now because that was one that I was curious about. Up 3%. Yeah, I'll have to look in this one again, just like last time. I know I did buy and sell some and make a decent profit off of it, but I kind of forgot about it up until that point, up until this point, just right now. Then this is the one part that's like been really interesting, and it hasn't counted dividends and just selling ETFs and indexes, all that kind of stuff. So it's been really good, which I'm happy with. Yeah, this is what I was really excited about, and even though it does say down 1% today, it was up a lot more than that recently. So let's see. A little bit not used to this kind of outlook on it, but yeah, everything, pretty much all the winners are over 10%, which is just crazy. The biggest ones have been Ethereum, 16%, basically $100, 17%, 55. Bitcoin, I'm just gonna keep buying the dip. I'm in there late, basically at an all-time high. So if it's in the red, I'm gonna keep buying. I bought $50 worth of it today, just because I'm in the red. And it's going to go up. It's the number one cryptocurrency. It's what everybody uses, so not worried about that. Avalanche is another good one. XRP is a good one. These are kind of more small time things that I'm not going to invest a ton in, and if it blows up, it'll be, hopefully a decent amount of money. But some of the best part about some of these cryptocurrencies is actually the APY. So how much you earn every year, percentage-wise, of what you invest. So Ethereum, I believe, is about 2.4% APY. Solana is about 4.5%. Bitcoin, they don't have one, which is fine, is what it is. And then Avalanche, I believe, is 4%. Doesn't have what it is, but maybe it might not actually have what APY it has. Let me check on my phone, because that'll be a sure way to tell. Yeah, so 4.47 APY, which is crazy. And you just make money just holding it in there, which is really good, especially for something as volatile as crypto and as early as all the cryptos are now. There's no reason not to hold money in it. So I do think the market is hitting a dip right now, especially within the past 24 hours dipping, but it's had a record week, so that's kind of expected. But had it been earlier today, I believe, I want to say I was somewhere in the range of $60 up today at one point. So up $130 in the past week. I think they count the fees into this. I think that's why it's so far down. But obviously not a good look for my total crypto investing, which is crazy, because I still don't really understand how it's that much, because I've never really invested a ton into it. But this could just be, since I haven't sold anything, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. What it is referencing. And then another crazy part is you get a 4.5 APY just holding USDC, which is backed, or maybe not backed by Coinbase, but it is their main one. So it's just like a really strong, really good one to invest in, and you get 4.5%, which is really good. And all the APY you get goes into Bitcoin, so, or off, right, originally it does. I'm sure you can change it to whatever you want, but mine goes into crypto, or Bitcoin. So yeah, that's kind of the breakdown. Just a lot of short-term investing, just buying the dips on nuclear has been what it's been, and I mean, it's worked out well. It's, I mean, 8.63% within a month is kind of crazy. You know, I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy to have 7% now. Not exactly sure how that worked. I could have sworn it was higher, but maybe not. Yeah, I mean, just 7% in a month is kind of crazy. Month's time. Which I guess this is more looking at, yeah, I don't know, their things are weird, but so it's closer to 3% and 4%, which is fine. Still, either way, 7% in 2 months is pretty good. Like, I'll take that any day, or any month. So, just want to go through it. I'm going to have more formal videos in the future, but just wanted to break that down, note everything that was happening. One thing that I've been doing is the AI course for Coursera. Going to give my thoughts on that, and yeah, just kind of go through that, because good to know AI, especially in the marketplace now. It's going to be a skill that people are going to want, and if you already have the badge or whatever, like the Coursera, you know, certificate that I completed, this would be a good differentiator in the future. It's just a good thing to learn about AI. So that's the breakdown. Yeah, thank you.